Welcome everyone. My name is Colette Normando and Directrice of L'Essentiel in Quebec City, and I'm with Robert Dilts.
Hello everyone.
Thank you,
Nice to
Robert.
meet you.
So everyone that has been registered to our generative leadership program that is scheduled for 7th, 8th, and 9th of May, well, we wanted to take this time to talk to you, to let you know that we are still going on with the program, but with everything that is going on in the world. How's it going, Robert? Going at this time?
Yeah, well, as I think everybody knows, this is a time of huge change, and for some of us, especially, I know for the work that I do, there's a lot of change going on. It's a time of, clearly, it's a time of both danger, but there's also opportunity here, and I think this is what, in many ways, conscious leadership and generative change is all about: is how do we navigate these times of uncertainty, these times of, challenge and change. And keep giving the best version of ourselves. So I've been, reorganizing a lot of things. We're putting a lot more things, of course, needing to do virtual now. So it's a time of both, great challenge, but also a lot of innovation.
Mm-hmm. I know every day we've been going from, okay, well, no, we're going on, we're still doing it. And then next day, okay,
Right.
well, now maybe we should do a virtual
Change it.
version. And
Yeah.
finally, that is what we have come to the conclusion that we
Yes.
are offering the program on a virtual class.
Yes.
And we have, it will be not on 3 days. So we want to take care of our ecology at this time. So we'll be chunking it, and
Right.
we'll be having 2 days, 7th and 8th in May in the afternoon. We'll be sending the information on the specific hours and how all the connections going to work out. Then we're going to have 2 days in July, which is the 8th and 9th. And we're going to, actually 2 afternoons, sorry.
Yes,
And
afternoons.
also in September, and that we're just working out.
Early September, yeah.
Early September. It will still be Thursday and Friday, either mornings or afternoons, but we'll get back to you. And we have decided to not just give you a training.
Right.
Actually, what we want to do, and this is really exciting, this warms my heart, to think that we are going to create a movement of generative leaders.
Yes.
And I know, Robert, you're very fond also of creating these communities. Tell us more about why it's so important to connect and create this movement.
Well, I think that first of all, conscious leadership, it's always about, I mean, obviously it's about, generative leadership is about consciousness, it's about creativity, clearly, because generativity, but it's also about, collective contribution and working together collectively. And, I think leaders are not loners. You when you lead, you are working with other people. And I think that also having a community of leaders, is something that is, absolutely necessary in our world today. There's a lot of challenge ahead. There's a lot of innovation required ahead. And to me, this whole notion of what we would call generative collaboration is going to be essential for that. And not only because it's more effective and creative, but also because that sense of connecting and connectivity is important. I've always said that, the foundation for any form of good leadership is this commitment to create a world to which people want to belong and to which they can contribute. So I think this idea of spreading the program out over time, having events and possibilities for people to interact in between, is going to actually be a much better program, and in fact, in many ways, a lot deeper learning.
And what's also interesting is that we can open up to the rest of the world. So we can,
That's right.
We can have, you people will be connecting with other generative leaders and seeing how they're working through this transition, crisis, chaos phase.
As we say, this is where opportunities come in, because in some ways, doing this, as you say, going on this virtual format allows us to connect people from much bigger distances. So this is going to be very exciting, and I think we'll be attracting people, of course, also who have the same kind of interests, the same common values. So I think this is going to be a super exciting adventure and journey.
So just to be clear, we're going to have 3 opportunities to be with you live in virtual classes. So that will be in May 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th of July. And we just have those 2 other
early September.
In September. And in between, you will have 3 mastermind sessions. So a mastermind session in June, a mastermind session in August, and a mastermind session in October or after the program. And L'Essentiel is also offering individual coaching. So if you need to talk and you want to work out those challenges on a personal level to help you get to that generative leadership state, we'll be there to support you. We also have incredible gifts to offer you. We have our dear SFM leadership team member, Jean-François Thiriet from France, who is offering his how to facilitate a mastermind. He's got a whole course, and he's being very generous and generative because he sees the importance of you leaders taking on and supporting to create the world that we all want to belong to. And I'd just like to, I don't know if any of you have seen the original video where we talk about the program. Robert, you said, as generative leaders, we are taking the path and we are creating it as we go along.
That's right.
And I think it can't be any more appropriate. What we're living right now is unprecedented.
Yes.
We're creating that road as we move along.
And whatever that future is going to come as a result of what we create. I mean, I think that's the important thing. It's a time not to just be reactive, but to be proactive. And I think that's ultimately what leadership is about. To not only be prepared for this new world, but to shape that new world that's coming.
Mm. So I come back to the importance of anchoring that generative leadership with it later within you, and I'll be getting back to you with all the specifics and also all the goodies that we'll be offering to support you on this journey. And I thank you so much, Robert, for your own generosity in supporting the community in Quebec and spreading out the world. Your tools have always supported in transforming this world and transforming ourselves.
Well, thank you for being part of this team and for being part of this particular mission to bring generative leadership into the world.
Great.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. So we look forward to seeing you on the 7th and 8th. And like I said, I'll be getting back to you with the specifics and spread the word. We want to raise that community, that movement. The more we are, we can transform the world into this new reality that we want to belong to. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Robert.
Thank you, everyone.
See you soon.
Yep.